All right, it's December 4th out here for a late season hunt. Dad's on the other side of the creek, and he told me that the state has a big caterpillar excavator out there that's just pinching trees off and logging the woods, so making too much noise, which is a bummer because the deer usually come from that way here to me. So he's going to move and relocate this way. I'm probably going to head toward the private and bumper cuddle that to see if maybe some deer will come out of there because they're not going to come through that excavator. So capitalism got us today. But find some fresh sign, hopefully, and see if I can get set up on that. So let's see what we can do. I got a pocket full of tags. I got some doe tags. I still got a buck tag. So, if I see it, it's getting late in the season, and it's decent size, it's probably going down. So stick with me. All right, well, I just shot a doe. It's about 9:10 a.m. I had about 6 come in. I didn't really count them. There were a few yearlings in there and a couple nice does. I picked up one of the nice does and took her. At first, I don't get real great footage of it because my camera arm's on my right side here. And then I had to swing it all the way around my body like this to try to get footage. So I got a little bit on my Tacticam, a little bit on the film. And I think when I shot, I think I bumped it with my arm, but she did a mule kick, went about 30 yards, paused, took about 2 more hops and fell over dead. She didn't go 50 yards. So cool. It wasn't a heart shot or anything. There was a little bit of brush right in front of her and I didn't want to shoot through it. So I aimed a little bit high and back, just a smidget high and back. But I knew it was still in the vitals, so I was like, that'll still kill her pretty quick. So I went ahead and did that. But it was the most unideal spot for her to stop because there was like one little piece of brush that it was pretty close to her. If it would have been tight to her body, I might have just tried to punch it, but it was little ways back, like in front of her, and I didn't feel comfortable shooting through brush, so I just took the portion of her vitals that I could see. At first, I didn't think I was going to be able to see any of them. I'm looking, trying to decide if I could shoot or not, and then actually I'd said, all right, I think I can get the back of her lungs there. I squeezed the trigger and nothing happened. I was like, what the heck? I'm playing with my bolt. And then I squeeze it again and nothing happens. I'm like, looking at my gun, like, what's going on? And I got one of those thumb safeties. And it's got the 2 safeties on it. The first one's still a safety just so you can eject the bolt. And then you got to push it all the way forward to fire. And I know that, but apparently I didn't push all the way forward messing with these cameras. And finally I figured it out and pushed it forward, popped her one. So I still got a buck tag, so I'm gonna sit tight here for a bit, and then we're gonna climb down and take a look at her. I'll see where I hit her, and then hopefully we can put a buck on the ground. I got all these doe tags. It's getting late in the season, so I'll probably end up eating some of these, but that's all right. Cool. Thanks for watching. Stick with me, and we'll see when we get out of this tree. It's about 10 a.m. now. I looked up, and a doe and 2 yearlings had literally snuck right into my set. I don't know how I didn't hear them or see them. There's a lot of trees this way, but they snuck right by me here. I couldn't get the camera on them. And then I looked behind me, and way in the thicket, about 150 yards, I couldn't get any good footage, but there was about another 10 or dozen deer. They just moseyed around for a while, kind of cut this way, and they got my wind eventually. They didn't know what I was, but I'm sure that's what happened. They turned and walked kind of back the direction that those other deer had come from. So good news, still seeing deer. So hopefully a buck rolls through here. I'll try not to let him sneak by like those does. I don't know how they got that close to me without me seeing them. They're probably 60 yards away. I mean, it's pretty thick that way, but normally I'd see a little bit of a flash or hear them or something. The wind picked up a little bit. I couldn't hear anything as far as leaves crumbling, but anyway, so far so good. So I still haven't got down to look at this deer, but we will here in a minute. As long as I'm seeing deer, though, I'm gonna keep my butt planted right here in the stand. So wish me luck. All right, well, let's go see what we got. It's about 12:15. My dad's bringing the rickshaw out here, but it's a long walk. I'm about roughly 1.4 miles back. I'll track it on Onyx to see, but pretty close to that. So I know she fell over here somewhere. I just don't know where. So let's see what we got. I sure would like to see him this morning. I did see a really nice buck. I couldn't get my camera on him. He was hauling with his nose down. And there she is, hauling with his nose down. I just couldn't get him. What a good morning, though. I saw quite a few deer this morning. I bet I saw probably 15 does, spike, and a really nice buck. So here she is. Awesome. I'm gonna go find Dad because he's gonna get lost walking back here. He doesn't know exactly where I'm at, and then come back and take care of this doe. So hello. How far in were you? End of the thicket.
I would never known you were back there.
That's why I said meet on the path.
That big giant oak out there?
Yeah, I didn't know it was an oak. I just went around in the dark.
Yeah, they're all bur oak.
Oh, my inner there. Mm-hmm. Well, she didn't go too far, about 60 yards or so, and fell over 50, 60 yards. So found her, gonna get gutted up. Dad showed up with the rickshaw and get her tagged and gutted and out of the woods. So thanks for watching.